Ryan King Rai Garcia loses to his opponent Rolando Romero in New York Times Square by unanimous decision. Not split decision, unanimous. 112, 115 twice, and then 109, 118. Wow. Big scores. He didn't win any rounds, they're saying. And to be fair to you, I can't blame them. I watched the fight. Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero come out for the first round, jousting, trying to command the ring, trying to make sure I'm the ring general. Both of them are doing this. I'm thinking Ryan is going to dominate with just superiority in terms of skill set and speed. But Rolly obviously will not back down, so this is going to be a very, very good fight. They're both being economic with the output, feinting, looking for the big shot straight away. Ryan Garcia is known for that left hook, very quick with it, very slick with it. The second round comes round, and they're in there trying to establish dominance once again. Ryan Garcia throws a quick left hook, and they say don't hook with the hooker. But Rolando Romero obviously didn't get that memo because he's hooking back with him. And where they've both kind of hooked at the same time, Ryan Garcia hooked first and Rolando Romero hooked straight after. The fact is, Rolly had his right hand up and he partially blocked Ryan's hook. But Ryan didn't have his guard up because he very much so all the time has his guard low. Not high and true. He has it kind of high, but it's a bit lazy. So he had his guard up kind of lazily, not really protecting his chin. And Rolly Romero catches him with his own left hook. Catches him with the first one clean. Then Ryan's like, oh, I better defend myself. And he gets caught with the second one, partially on the gloves, but he's down for an 8 count. Therefore, even though he got up and tried to dominate the rest of the round, he still lost that round 10-8. And from there on in, he was shook. He didn't throw hardly any punches. He weren't even trying to get close anymore. And poor old Rolly Romero, because he doesn't really have much of a shot selection per se, can't really do much other than throw heavy, hard punches that you can see from a mile away. He couldn't even set Ryan up to catch him again. So from then on in, it was basically Ryan trying not to get hit and Rolly trying to catch him with a one-hitter quitter. And because of that, Ryan lost the fight. He didn't do anything. There was one of them rounds where he didn't throw any punches until halfway through the round. And I'm talking about, I'm seeing 1 minute 30 something gone and Ryan hadn't thrown a punch yet. Faint. Not trying to get in there at all. So we know what the talk is right now, isn't it? We know what the talk is right now in and around boxing. I mean, Lou DiBella tweeted it straight away and didn't even care. He didn't even try and put no little spin on it. He's just like, here's the lesson from tonight's main event. PEDs matter big time. They're going to say the lack of Osterin prevented you from being the monster that you were against Devin Haney last year. And that's the fact. At the end of the day, Rolly schooled him. I can't believe I'm saying Rolly schooled Ryan Garcia. It's mad. Because Rolando Romero was not any different than I know him to be. It's not like I'm out here saying, oh my days, what a great performance from Rolly. I mean, he's still very, very limited. Very limited. But Ryan proceeded to make him look like he's world class in there by just not doing anything. And for that reason, he lost the fight. And now we're on to the next. How does this impact and affect this so-called rematch with Devin Haney? Devin Haney done his part. I'll do a video about that. He done his bit. Won his fight. You were supposed to win your fight and then you guys were supposed to fight later on down in the year. What's going to happen with that now? I don't know. Time will tell. Ryan Garcia coming with the excuses of, the year layoff and mental health problems, not giving him the stability to be able to go in there and perform to his best and such like. Devin Haney had a year layoff and he went in there against an opponent that was a lot more difficult than your opponent. You were the unanimous, outstanding standing favorite in your fight. There was no 50-50 apart from it's 50-50 if you're going to knock him out early or not. That's the only 50-50. Will you knock him out in the first 2 rounds, or will you take him down and into deep waters and knock him out later on? That was the only 50-50 situation in this fight. But no. You've made a lot of people rich because whoever betted on Rolly cashed out. And I saw a tweet from Terence Crawford saying, boy, Rolly looking strong. And he actually said he thinks that Rolly gonna win. Boy, I was just like, you know what? I was thinking, because obviously Ryan's been keeping up the racist stuff. I was just thinking, Bud is just being like, I don't want Ryan to win type stuff, you know what I mean? But he was actually spot on. He was spot on because as soon as Rolly knocked him down in that second round, he didn't want it no more. He was done. He was done. He was basically done after that. The punch output just dropped. I can't even remember him throwing 5 punches in a round after that. It was ridiculous. It was so terrible. But this is boxing. And let's see what happens going forward from here on in for Ryan Garcia. Because this was definitely not part of the script. Rolando Romero has made a name for himself now on the big stage at 147. What's going to happen with him going forward? We'll have to see. Time will tell. I know he's a PBC fighter. But obviously, this was on Turkey Al Sheikh's Ring Magazine Golden Boy time. Golden Boy's golden goose has lost. Oscar De La Hoya, what are you going to say about your boy getting banged up by Rolly Romero? And to be fair to you, all 3 of your fighters lost on this card. It's a mad thing. Anyway, Rolando Romero beats Ryan Garcia by unanimous decision. And I'll see you guys in the next video.